Hey everybody, it's Z with the Quest with monthly updates. Let's see here. We got uh, mission report 91522. This was at the Asian border. It was controlled between government and gangs. The situation was that this is a normal thing. We can do this all the time until we wore out our welcome, just like we did this time. Um, they have transportation over the border of new kids, for child sex slavery. Uh, what they usually do is they cut, like expats and things like that will come and do their border run. In other words, if they got a visa and they need to renew the visa, what they have to do is they have to leave the country. And so what they'll do is they'll go across the border, and they have outfits like vans that take a bunch of people to do this, and they set them up in a hotel and everything across the border. Then the next day they take them home. So it's also where they bring in little kids. Like the Vietnamese girls are the best to them because they're the lightest skin complexion, and so they are more valuable on the market. So a lot of that happens, and then of course Cambodia and stuff. And so what they'll do is they'll come across the border, and a lot of times what they do is they'll park. They'll have a the girls will be chained or tied inside the back of one of their vehicles there. Not necessarily like anything modern, but just a local vehicle. And they'll usually have tarp or something around the back so you can't see in. And what we do is we just cruise around and look in these vehicles, or we've got a pretty good idea of which vehicles will have this going on. And we also have spotters. We have a bunch of spotters, and we have a bunch of people on the ground. And so we identify one. What we'll do is we'll watch them, and normally they'll stop somewhere and get something to eat or go into a store, and they leave the vehicle unattended. And so we'll just take it and then liberate the vehicle to people who need it. So we were doing this, and we ended up we collected kids from 5 transports, and so that it was a total of 22 girls. The ages were 7 to 12. And that brought our total up to 2,466 rescued. And then we had another rescue here. This was mission report 9922. And basically what this was it's like a bamboo complex that was about 3 kilometers outside of a town. There were 4 buildings there, and they all do nefarious things. Drugs, all these other things. But one of the buildings has child sex slaves. And so we had been watching it, and we had to figure out a way to get in there without being noticed. And it wasn't going to be the easiest thing to do because they all take care of each other. But what we ended up doing was there's 14 kids in there. All of them are pretty bad shape from what we could tell. And there's a mountain range about a kilometer away, so that would be a good exit for us. And then we got a truck that was similar to the other ones that go to the other buildings, and none really go to this building. This is more for customers. And so what we did was we figured we'd take that in there instead, and we would have a bunch of people, a bunch of our guys, teammates, outside of that to shadow it, and then we would have an approach from the back. Once the truck pulls in the front, these guys would be down in the ground and not noticeable, plus it would be dark out. And so what we did was we moved the truck in right at the when we decided to make a go of it, when everything seemed pretty quiet, and pulled right up to the front doors. And that was when our teammates entered from the back, and 2 of them being female. And we knew the girls would get excited and make some noise, but they were so weak they really didn't. And our females were able to calm them pretty quickly. And then we gathered them all up and drove away without anybody paying any attention at all to us, which was great. And we stopped along the way to see how bad a condition they were. And they were pretty bad, but we were able to get them to the safe house. And once they got to the safe house, they got all taken care of. They got food and they got clothes and they got bathed, and they they were still weak, but it looked like all of them would be fine with a little bit more treatment, a little more food and love. And so we had about 30 teammates on this. So anyways, we got them to where they needed to be, and they were all taken care of. And so we rescued all 14. Oh yeah, the guards and the mother. We left them sleeping with our cards on them, so they'll know where to find us. And so anyways, we got 14 rescued. That brought us, now our total is 2468, getting close to that 2,500 number. So anyways, that's it for this one. Thanks everybody. Bye.